Hello, everybody. Hang on, let's scoot over here. Hello, everybody. Whoops. Sorry for the earthquake. Um, I go by Yarn. I stream live on Twitch. If you're joining me from YouTube, you can find me at Yarn Before or twitch.tv/Yarn Before Farm. So you can come join us live. Currently, oh, gotta start my timer. Hold on, sorry. Currently working on a Hexagon crochet purse. The picture in the current projects is not mine. I stole that picture off the internets. So hopefully that person doesn't find me and yell at me. Uh, but uh, the one I have made, I haven't been able to take a picture of yet. Well, I could have by now. It's not that I haven't been able to. Stuff's been going on. But here's the one I have made. But I kind of didn't like the colors, so I didn't want to take pictures of it. So instead, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go purple next. I decided to make one that was more planned colors. I gotta fix my windows here. Fix my windows. There we go. Gosh, I feel like I should start over. Anyone joining me from YouTube, you can find me at twitch.tv/yarnbeforefarm. I stream live on Twitch if you want to come hang out with us. I currently don't have a set schedule, so unfortunately I can't say, hey, stop by at such and such time and join me. But if you want to be able to find out when I am going to go live, the best way to currently do that is to follow me on Twitter. I'm Yarn Before Farm on Twitter also, same name. And also have Facebook and Tumblr and Pinterest. Don't go on Tumblr anymore, really. Tirade, already an auto host. Thank you, Tirade. Lauren Brender is now auto hosting. Thank you, thank you. If you are joining me from YouTube, I'm part of a team on Twitch called Naughty by Nature. If you ever want to check out other crafters, maybe you can catch them live if I'm not live when you happen to stop on over at Twitch. Just check out Naughty by Nature. There's tons of other crafters in the team. And maybe you can find a knitter or crocheter or something that you want to check out. It's actually exciting because we've just had our year anniversary of Naughty by Nature. Which was very early in Twitch Creative because Twitch Creative's only been out a little over a year. Next turn, Chris is now auto-hosting me. Thank you, Chris. So also, if you hear me say, thank you for the auto-host, that means one, they're probably in my team, but two, that they are a streamer. So they're either one of my friends or someone in my team or someone I met through Twitch that also streams. So if you can go ahead and give them a follow, check them out, see how you like them. Fantastic Geek is now hosting me. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all your lovely support. And I am really lucky for the support I have. I've been going through some personal tough times. If you've been listening, I'm sure my regulars are familiar with the current situation. And the family on Twitch and on Discord and everything have been fantastic. They've been really nice and supportive and friendly at just about everything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know, it's hard to really reach through the internet and help strangers sometimes. Um, but you know, there's tons of people just willing to talk and hang out and listen and you know, share funny cat videos to cheer you up and just all kinds of random stuff. Uh, which is one of the cool things about being in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is being in a cool community like Twitch Creative or even Twitch in general is finding a group of people who have similar interests, similar uh I guess mentalities, who you know like the same thing as you do. 3, 4, 5, and 6. You know, and you can find a streamer for your personality type. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I drink Diet Mountain Dew, by the way. That's what I got slightly off camera. Uh, hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag would totally be sponsored if they wanted me to. I drink a lot of Diet Mountain Dew. They could probably pay me in Diet Mountain Dew and it would still be worth it to me. 6. Junie Von Esch is now hosting me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And for anyone just joining again, we're working on a hexagon purse. I was thinking about lining these with fabric. I don't know that that's going to happen right now. Well, it's definitely not going to happen right now on stream because my sewing machine isn't set up. But I just mean I don't know if it's going to happen right now and that I don't feel like breaking out the sewing machine, to be perfectly honest. I have to clean my house and set up a table and nah. I don't feel like doing any of that. I've like got so many other things to do. And technically there's other things I should be doing besides streaming. Even that, but you know, I figure it wouldn't hurt. I'd get some crocheting done, stream for a couple hours. Meg Yarn is now auto-hosting me. Thank you. I never stream more than 4 hours usually. Just because like more than 4 hours of crocheting in a row, I don't know, starts to like I need a break. Like I need to stand up and go do something. Um, Not that crocheting isn't doing something. You know what I mean? Stand up, stretch, move around, like pace back and forth. I pace a lot in the house. I actually wasn't going to stream. I was going to go back to sleep. I only got a couple hours of sleep, and I only was awake because my husband had to get infused before work. He has medication that is by shot, and he can't give himself the shot. Well, he can. He just not that he physically can't. He mentally can't. Uh, which I kind of get, to be honest. Uh, But where was I going with that? Oh, I was gonna go back to sleep for a couple hours. Uh, but you know, this morning while he was getting ready and stuff, I had Twitch on, of course. Um, and I follow a lot of streamers, 'cause me and my husband uh watch Twitch on the PlayStation 4, and instead of signing in and out, we just have it always logged into mine. So we're following all the people I like. Plus, I'm following all the people he likes, so that I don't have to bother signing in and out all the time. So I'm following like over 100 people, and this morning there was only like one or two people on, and then one of those people even got offline as he was getting ready and stuff. And I was like, man, and part of that is because, you know, I'm actually a nighttime person normally. I've been working midnights for a long time now. So most of my streamers that I watch regularly are streamers that are on during, you know, the time I would be awake and stuff. Because this is not normally time I would be awake. But then I was like, man, I'll scroll down the list of top channels that are currently on. Maybe I'll find someone new for these mornings when I gotta hang out for a little while to give him his medicine and then go back to bed. And there wasn't that many people on in general. Like there was some Hearthstone players, which I'm not really into Hearthstone. Um, at the moment, I actually used to play Hearthstone. Not very good. I just like to play. Um, and like not even uh none of my crafty people that I normally watch were on. And then I went upstairs and I went back to bed and I was laying there and I was like, well, if nobody else is streaming, I might as well stream. So that's why I'm here this morning. I could be sleeping right now. So I'm going to tough through my 4 hours of sleep and stream for a couple hours. Then I'm probably going to clean. And then my mother-in-law is coming over probably about 2 or 3 p.m., which I won't stream that long. That's too long for me to stream. Oh my gosh, Peppercorn. My cat Peppercorn is trying to get attention here. Peppercorn. Do we need a peppercorn break? Gosh, it's a little early for a peppercorn break. I've only been streaming for like 5 minutes, dude. Peppercorn, come here. Come here. You can't rub up against me and then run away. That's not how that works. Okay, well here. Get that off screen just so I don't. This is Peppercorn. He's my spoiled rotten baby. He wants attention all the time, all day, every day. You could pet him for hours. Hours. And he'd still be all like, why'd you stop petting? Schrader Designs is now hosting me. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, he's a spoiled rotten baby. And actually, you can't stay up on the table though. Here, can you sit in my lap? Can you sit on my lap? Schrader Designs have joined the yarn stash. Thank you. Oh, and I'm sitting here with my kitty cat. Come on. Okay, can you sit on the lap? Can you do that? He actually sits on my lap when I'm on the recliner and crocheting. And I think that's part of the reason why he bugs me when I'm sitting at the desk is because he's like, well, you're crocheting. I get to sit on your lap. Because that's how that works, right? No, that is not how that works. Stop it. How many purple ones I got? I only got 2 purple ones. I'm gonna have 4 pinks. Okay, so what I actually need is another purple one. But thank you for joining the yarn stash. Welcome, welcome. Let me see, we have a very cranky peppercorn sitting on my lap. He looked up at me like, you said my name, what do you want? I know, I said your name. I said your name. He's so spoiled. One time I did an experiment. I watched 2 movies on Netflix sitting on the recliner. And for the entire 2 movies, I petted him the entire time, just to see if there was like a limit where he was finally going to be all like, okay, that's enough pettings. No, it wasn't. 4 hours I petted this cat. 4 hours. That is a long time to pet a cat. And nope, he was still not satisfied. Wanted to know why I was not petting him anymore. It's like, oh my God, Peppercorn. I can't pet you for eternity. He's looking at me again because he knows I'm talking about him. And I said his name. Well, I can't pet you for eternity. I can't do it. I can't do it. I got other stuff to do. He's not allowed in the bedroom um, because he will keep me up because he'll be like licking my toes and headbutting my face and trying to get attention. So he's not allowed in the bedroom because apparently I'm not allowed to sleep or do anything. The only thing I'm allowed to do all day long is pet him. 3, 4, 5. He's still looking at me like, what the fuck? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, cat. He's flipping his tail back and forth, like flip, 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 because he wants attention. This is very uncomfortable. I just want you to know, okay? I'm talking to you, Peppercorn. I'm talking to you. Very uncomfortable. I'm like hunched over this cat so that I can still be on camera. I wonder if I can just like scoot this up a little bit. Here we go. Kitty and crochet. How's that for Twitch, huh? I know how the internet loves them some cats. Twitch loves kitties. Twitch does love kitties. And this is one spoiled kitty. Oh, look at it. Look at him. See, he just headbutted my arm. Like, are you going to pet me? Oh my God, Peppercorn. I can't pet you for eternity. I can't. I can't do it. It's exhausting. And I got other things to do. He didn't used to be this needy either. I swear it's gotten worse. I feel like I should put a disclaimer on everything I crochet. Be like, I hope you're not allergic to cats. Because I guarantee there is cat fur in every single thing that I crochet. Stop looking at me. Oh my God. He looks at me with them eyes like, why aren't you petting me? I'm so cute and fluffy. Yes, you are cute and fluffy. Oh my God, he's still looking at me. Stop looking at me. But thank you, by the way, again, Schrader Designs, if you didn't hear me earlier, for the host and the follow. I'm guessing you're from Naughty by Nature? And if so, what kind of things do you make? What is your craft of choice? I've noticed about crafty people, though, that if you're a crafty person, you craft in multiple ways generally. In my experience. Mostly I crochet. That's pretty much the vast majority of what I do. Um, I do some other stuff, like I do loom knitting sometimes. Uh, I don't know, I like crafty things in general. I like the kits, getting like jewelry kits, and making stuff like that. I tried painting for a little while. It was too messy for me. That and for some reason my cat got green paint on him. Actually, I think that was Chloe. Got green paint on her, and she ran through the house, and I had green paint like speckled everywhere for the longest time. I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. I think he's cranky because I don't have like a blanket or something on my lap. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, he doesn't feel like super stable or secure. I guess secure is probably the better word. Do you need to feel secure? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, peppercorn. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 3, 4, 5, 6. Thou art fat and fluffy and adorable, and I love you. He knows it though. He knows I'm wrapped. I get him wrapped too though. He adores me so much. He definitely prefers me to like anybody else. Like he'll undefined. Huh? What? Why does it say undefined? Oh, losing the kitty. Okay. Go back to just crocheting. Why does it say undefined? It says undefined for some reason. Not sure why it says that. Oh, I can scoot up now though. Oh. Hmm. I think I have to play around with my settings and in my Twitch dashboard or whatever. Oh gosh. Some exciting news is I finally got my pattern tested by some peeps. So actually I need to post that on Etsy now that it's been tested. I made a crochet turtle, and the pattern is like the first pattern I kind of ever came up with by myself, because I wanted to make a turtle, but I didn't like the looks of any of the ones that I found online. Like I had a very specific shape in mind. Post all the things. You switch to Shopify because Etsy is so saturated for what I do. Oh, okay. What do you do? Shopify I haven't heard of. Etsy is I have to create my own traffic anyway. I figure I might as well have my own site. Oh, that's cool. Um, Etsy is kind of my I don't know, I guess launchpad, because mostly I do custom orders uh through, people I meet on Twitch or whatever. Um, and then the other thing I do is craft shows. So like most of my money isn't coming from Etsy anyway. For the most part, I do custom orders. Yeah, mostly as a checkout system, pretty much. And it's only 20 cents to make the listing. Because I looked at eBay. eBay's really expensive to have like a listing with no pictures and, like, oh my gosh. Um, and actually when I first joined Etsy, you didn't have PayPal or whatever. So, because PayPal takes a decent chunk too. But yeah, uh, I thought maybe I'd try making some patterns of some of the stuff I make, because once I got to the point where I was just like, well, I don't like that pattern, I'm just going to make up what I want. Then it really started to $30 a month. Oh, okay. You do a lot of stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I figured digital sales would be a nice renewable income. It's not like I have to make another turtle. I just have to, resell the pattern. Everyone else makes their own turtles. But yeah, that was my first test pattern, and now that that's gotten tested by some peoples that uh, I met through Twitch, actually. Photoshop actions, basically photo filters. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. Uh, yeah, then you can just resell the pattern over and over again. I know very little about Photoshop. I probably should learn the basics of some photo editing, but gosh, man. I just don't feel like it. The thing I really want to do is I really want to make how-to videos on YouTube. That's what I want to do. And I know there's that whole thing though going on right now with YouTube and ad revenue, and so that's a little bit of a turn off. But, you know, that's another thing you got to make once and then never have to make it again. Yeah, I've already got the software set up. Yeah, see, when you say something, everything before it says undefined, and I'm not sure if it's doing that on your end or what's going on. Why is that happening? Is it in Twitch? Like, what is going on? No idea why that's happening. You're very defined. Well, there's two whole lines where the other one didn't get to huh. I don't know. That's weird. Where's my dashboard here? Settings? No. Editing? Dashboard? No. Go back to the dashboard. Oh, okay, now it's back to only one line at a time. I don't know why this happens to me. I'm not super technologically savvy, is my other problem. Oh. I'll just have to pay really close attention. You have to run, the dog may starve to death. Oh no. Okay, you have a good day. Hope the puppy's okay. You'll catch on. Yeah. I know. I have to learn to be computer literate. I'll get there. I know. It'll just take me a minute. Just take me a minute. She's a big fatty. Oh, well then she'll be fine. Let's go here. I feel about most technology the way a lot of people feel about like cars. Like they know how to drive a car. They know the basics of, you know, you put gas in the car, you probably know how to put like windshield wiper fluid and, you know, basic stuff. But for the most part, like they don't know exactly how it runs, how it works, how to fix things if things go wrong. Uh, like if it's acting weird, they're not sure how to do things. Like that's me for the most part. And actually I feel that way about cars too. Uh, but I think cars is the best example of, you know, I know how to do the basic stuff. figured out how to turn on OBS, obviously. And I love watching Twitch. Twitch has, for the most part, replaced our television. Well, it has in that we don't have cable anymore, but like we have Amazon Prime, so I do still, and Netflix, although Netflix is probably going to get canceled here momentarily. Which is a bummer because I like Netflix. Okay. Now, well, I guess now we turn it inside out. First off, we turn it inside out. Okay. And then we go like this. Cat hair. I really should put some kind of disclaimer on my stuff. I have cats. FYI. Don't buy this if you are allergic to cats. Don't buy this for someone who is allergic to cats. Although most of my items are machine washable, so really you could wash it and you'll probably be fine. I guess it depends on how bad your allergy is. Uh, And just going back down the row to 1 to reinforce, 2 as an easy way to weave in the end because I hate weaving in ends. I do need a cat cam though at some point. Gotta get that cat cam. Some streamers have a face cam. I'm going to have a cat cam. Man, I have like this phantom like hair on my face syndrome for the last like 24 hours. Been driving me nuts. You over there. You know the other reason I like Twitch is that I don't necessarily have to actively watch. Uh like with a movie or a TV show, you have to actively watch uh sometimes, or you'll miss story, you'll miss dialogue, you'll miss whatever the hell's going on. Um but I like to crochet when I watch TV, or I like to, play on my phone, or play with the cats, or fold laundry, or, so lately, uh, just I haven't really felt like um getting involved with movies or TV shows. Like, we borrowed why twerp why twerk? Not sure how to say your name, but welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the Yarn Stash. But we borrowed Doctor Strange from a friend And I actually really wanted to watch Doctor Strange because I've always liked the mystical, magical type of stuff. And the trailer looked mind-bendy, and I love mind-bendy movies. Um, which is ironic since I don't like to actively watch. But, you know, I knew it was going to be a movie I was going to have to like actually pay attention to. So, like I kind of put off watching it for like a week just because I was like, man, I don't want to get invested at the moment. I want to just get other stuff done. Back, dog lived. She has food now. Oh, good. Good, good. I know how animals can whine and complain when they think they're gonna starve to death. It's QWERTY backwards, but true works. Okay. Oh yeah, now that you mention that, I do see QWERTY. You have to really try to avoid getting pulled in. I do get pulled in easy, and that's the other problem. Uh, is like I don't want to get sucked in too much. I got stuff to do. Okay, the bag part's done, so I'm gonna work on the whatchamacallit, the strap, the handle. I don't know. I'm gonna go with handle. Yeah, my kitties, if they'll eat, you know, straight down in the bowl. So the center of the bowl you'll be able to see, but the food will be piled up like, you know, a canyon all the way around, and they'll whine like their bowl's out of food. Like, oh my God. So you go over, shake the bowl, and they're like, oh my God, it's magically refilled. Like, oh God, you guys. You just like stick your face in there. And if no one's invented this yet, they need to, is a really wide animal food bowl that like goes down into like a very slopey cone shape so that the food will go down so that they won't freak out because they can see the bottom. If no one's invented that yet, they need to. Because animals be melodramatic about their food bowl. Or what's really funny is I don't know if anyone else's pets do this, but like I'll go to work or whatever, come home, and yeah, it'll be empty, or like one of the bowls will be empty. I got three cats, so I got two food bowls out. One of the bowls will be empty or something, and they act like they're dying, and oh my God, you were gone, and the food's empty, and we're gonna starve to death. So I'll fill up the bowls, or shake them around so they can't see the bottom, or whatever you gotta do. And they all run over to the food bowl, eat three bites, like, oh my God, we're saved. And then they like wander off and stop eating. Like, oh yes, you guys were starving so bad. You ate one bite of food and then left. Frickin' cats, man. Tell ya. I'm gonna die over here. I know, right? They're just so like, they'll freak out. Oh my God, I can see the bottom of the bowl. And then you fix it, and then, they take a bite. Sometimes they won't even take a bite. They'll just stick their head in to make sure you fixed it, and then they'll wander away. Like, oh my God, if you weren't even hungry, what's the problem? God, this is why you guys don't catch mice. Freeloading cats. Have to run for real this time. Okay. Have a good one. Make sure you shake the pet's bowls before you leave. Don't let the cat starve. Yeah, I'll try not to. You know the other thing, which I think is hilarious, is for the longest time, my husband didn't have a job. Uh, and they wouldn't meow at him. The second I walk through the door, they're like meowing and carrying on and, being all dramatic about it. Like the cats didn't meow at all for you. He's like, no, they never did nothing. Like, oh my God. So you guys had a person in the house who could have fed you and you didn't bug him. You waited till I got home. That's probably how mothers of, small children feel. Like, couldn't ask Dad for a sandwich? Well, no, I had to wait for you to wake up. Silly, silly children. I almost said kitties, but okay. I am going to run to the bathroom real quick. I shall return. Just need a couple of minutes. It's not that far. Okay, I'm back. I had to give the kitties treats too because I wasn't sure where Jax was. Oops. Sorry for the earthquakes. Uh, and that's the fastest way to make sure all the cats are in the house is to shake a treat bag and they all come running. And my cats are indoor cats. They don't go outside. But I don't know. Jax has locked himself in a closet before. We have some closets that they're like the accordion closets, you know? And he has managed to open it, go inside, and shut himself inside. We couldn't find him for like an hour. And apparently he didn't mind because he wasn't making noise or nothing. I was just like, man, I haven't seen Jax in a while. Shake the treat bag, then he starts making noise. Wave sword. Hi, Pete. How's it going? The hubby went to work this morning, and I was like, I had to give him his medicine. I missed you. I'm sorry. I know. I I just couldn't do it. I couldn't even go to sleep right away. I had to stay awake for like an hour or two. Uh, and I was actually going to go back to sleep this morning after he left. I even went and laid back down and everything. And then I was like, I might as well stream. Maybe I'll get a day job and then I'll get to be a morning streamer. How awesome would that be? Get to see sunshine, get to hear birdies. It'll be fun. No, no, not at all. Thank you. That was actually nice. It was nice. I know I've been, I don't know. I don't even know like what to say about it. It's just I'm okay and then I'm not okay and then like I just need a minute and then a minute turns into like 4 days and next thing you know. Like, 'cause all that time I had off work, I should have been streaming or at least doing something. But I just wanted to hide and on my couch and watch Twitch and YouTube and not talk to anybody and I have to come back out of hiding on the couch in my fort of blankets and pillows and giant stuffed animal. And it's really easy for me to do that. Uh, it's really easy for me to just like shut everything off and shut everyone down and I gotta really focus on not doing that, especially when stuff like this happens. Uh, and you know, like I said, I'm the kind of because I know the way I am. I'm the kind of person that likes to have my ducks in a row, and I don't have ducks, let alone them being in a row right now. I think I have like a duck. So I don't know. Mm, I don't know if I can sustain my house and my car payment and you know electric and heat and phone and internet and all that working a minimum wage job. I really don't think I can. I'm sure I could figure stuff out. I could cut stuff down. I mean, but the thing I really don't want to lose is internet, because that's like our only entertainment. We don't have TV. And really, if we can't afford internet, we're definitely not going to have TV, because I would pick internet over TV any day of the week, as I think most people would nowadays. But yeah, I was gonna go back to bed. I was like, I'll get up and stream for a little bit and hang out with people. You know, stream for a couple hours, finish this bag maybe, which I'll definitely be able to finish this bag now that I got the bag part done. I just gotta make the handle. Um, and then I do really need to clean. Like, this house hasn't been vacuumed in God knows how long. And then my mother-in-law is coming over. I don't need to clean because she's coming over, because she doesn't care. Well, she probably cares, but she doesn't say anything. Because she's the type of person that keeps a very clean house. Um, but where is it going with that thought? Oh, she's gonna come over later, probably like 2 or 3-ish p.m. And then I don't know, we might plop around and go do stuff, go drive around town, look at houses or something. I don't know. She wants to sell her house, and maybe get a house in town, because she currently lives in the country, and she don't want to live that far out by herself anymore. Which I don't blame her. I didn't want her out in the country that far by herself, for sure. Especially in the winter. Summertimes, it's not that bad. We don't have to worry about her getting snowed in, you know, and all that stuff, or losing power in the summer. Well, I guess you still gotta lose power in the summer, but you don't gotta worry about the heat. Uh, so don't gotta worry about that in the summer. But definitely in the winter, that's some things to think about. And me and Steve aren't handy, so we can't fix things for her. Like, we can't, I don't know, fix anything really. We don't we don't know how to fix anything. We are that couple from the hardware store commercial. Is it Lowe's or Home Depot? I want to say it's Lowe's. That commercial was us for sure. It's like really green. Oh. The thing about depression is that it's really easy to let it spiral. I mean, like, it spirals of its own volition. So you're constantly kind of fighting the spiral. At least I am anyway. And the other thing that's in the back of my mind is I don't have insurance right now, so I'm not going to be able to refill my medication. And I want to keep it under control because once I lose my medication, it's going to get out of control extremely quickly. So I don't want to start the spiral because I know I'm going to take a dip anyway when that happens. And I'd rather, you know, take a dip from a higher elevation than a lower elevation, if that makes sense. I don't know, man. Lots to think about, lots to do, lots to try and figure out. Go a little bit longer on the handle. I don't carry purses myself, so I'm never sure, like, how long you're supposed to make handles. Like, do people like long handles, short handles? I'm guessing there's people who like each. What would sell better? Okay, that's probably long enough. Oh, by the way, guys, for the Batman game, if you type exclamation point Batman in chat, by the way, you'll. Wow, looks amazing. Thank you. I put an item in the Batman, and you guys get to guess what it is. But the first clue, is that it has been seen on stream, and it is something that's been used in making one of my crochet dolls. Keyring? Nope. Paint? Nope. I don't think my paint bottles would actually fit inside the Batman. Although I can get one of those little ones. I just have the big ones though right now. Eyes? Nope. I am gonna start running out of stuff to put in the Batman though. I'm gonna have to start thinking up unique things, or maybe even get a bigger container or something. I don't know, to try and trick people more. Get a bigger container instead of the Batman, and then picking something even smaller. That'd be funny. Bonsai Baby just does words of the day, and then she just writes it on a post-it note. Stuffing. Nope, not stuffing. Which that might work. I don't want to like straight up steal her idea though. Yarn? Nope, not yarn. It's not even made out of yarn. How are we doing on time? 4.5 hours already. So this is going to be a 5-hour project. Of course, I did have to make the 2 extra squares. So I might have to make another one and time it again just so that I get a really good time. Hook. Nope. Nope, nope. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Let's see. I guess the other hint could be um, to attach it to a doll, I have to use hot glue. It's not something I can stitch on with yarn. Button. Nope. That does remind me, though. I've got to try making one of those mug cozy things that I see floating around the internets. We're getting there. I'm gonna finish this round, and then just have to do the other half of the strap, and then we'll be good. Oh, Batman's got yarn on his face. It almost looks like he's got a little yarn mustache. We're in the home stretch of our bag here, guys. We're getting there. And then, I actually think I'm going to, then I'll reset the timer and then I'll try to make another one. The next one will go a little faster, partially because I messed up on two of the squares and had to make new ones. And now I've made enough of the hexagons that I don't need to keep looking back at the pattern. Although I have seen other cute hexagons, like ones that look like flowers and stuff. So I could, you know, try to do a different kind of hexagon. That's an option. So then the question is, do I make another bag of the same colors, or do I pick different colors so that at least I have different colors? I think I'll pick different colors. Uh, and the picture that I stole actually has two handles instead of one long handle. I could always try that. I could try making two handles, just so that there's a variety, you know. Oh, that's what I can do. Actually, that's has a very slight magnetic charge as it is. Okay, so change of plan. First, I'm going to make a magnetic button thing for my lamp so I can hang my needles right there instead of them just being loose. Ta-da! So 4 hours and 40-ish minutes. A little under. I wonder if I should have made the handle pink instead. I don't know, but that's the bag. It is roughly, it's about 10 inches. At the peak, it's like 10 and a half, but so I guess if you and that one's 9 and a half. So if you split the difference, about 10 inches. Pretty cute. So that's the second one. This is the first one I made, with all just random scrap yarn colors. But I like this one, but then I don't know, I didn't like the really dark color. I didn't like as much. So I wanted to make a one that the colors are more consistent. Woot, woot, woot. So there's that. And then what was that? It was about 440. Where's my magnets? Hold on. Where's my magnets? They're brilliant. Thank you. I'm gonna switch yarn colors, so I have a variety for my next craft show. Let's see. Here's a yellow. And then here's a blue. You know what? I could make one just yellow and blue, and then just make it yellow, blue, yellow, and then blue, yellow, blue. And I say that because University of Michigan's real popular around here. So maybe I'll do that. I'll make a Michigan specific color purse. I'm sure someone will love that. And what was I looking for? Magnets. wonder if that's enough to... Actually, it is. Okay, I only need one magnet, apparently. There. Now my needle is magnetized. The wall of mod made by me. I know. Okay, so we get to reset the timer now. Oh, but then do I still do the border? Oh, but then yeah, I'm gonna do that. I got an idea. I got an idea. So let's reset the timer here. Stop, reset, start. Okay, so we're going. Oh, that's a pen. That's not gonna help. Three, four, five. Although, if I make a blue and gold one, I'm going to have to make a green and white one. Oh my gosh, I got something in my eye. Oh, oh, oh. This is going to be a two-hander. Oh, holy crap. Whew. Must have got like a fleck of yarn in the eyeball or something. Yeah, so if I make a blue and gold one, I'm gonna have to make a green and white one for Michigan State. There's the big rivalry is, you know, Michigan versus Michigan State. I don't really have any stake personally. Like growing up, I liked Michigan just because I liked the colors better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then as a grown-up, I found out my dad actually went to state. So then I was like, oh, so I guess I'm supposed to like state now? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. He's not like super into the sport thing anyway, so he doesn't really care about all of that stuff. Wow, I had like 10 viewers for the end of that bag, and then it dropped down to 3. I guess nobody wants to see me make another one. Or they all got offended by Michigan colors. They're all state fans. I see how it is, guys. I'm gonna make a state one next, don't worry. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got stuck. I got stuck. Alrighty. Oh, no, that's a different thing. Mm, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. One day, someone's gonna have to give me an idea of what to do with all these. And every once in a while, I'll go through a phase where I save all of them. Like, I'm going to do something with these. I'm going to, like, make a craft with them, or I'm going to do something. And then I get a bunch of them, and then, I get sick of holding on to them and I throw them all away. If I would have saved all of them at this point, I'd probably have, like, a huge pile of scrap yarn of just, like, the strands. Back up. Back up. Okay, I'm going to have to run to the bathroom again. Hold on, let me just get to the next little bit so I don't lose my spot here. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Just give me a couple minutes, guys. Okay, I'm back. It was only a minute though. I mean, really, it's just a little bit of timing padding. It'll be fine. At the end, we can, shave off a minute or two if we have to. Or just round it down to the next, like, nearest 5-minute increment or whatever. Let's get that already. And there's one. So it takes, 14-ish minutes to make one. We just need 9 more now. Although I might do some of the, you know, alternating color ones. And then I might do a couple solid color ones for the bottom, maybe? Oops. One, two, three, four, five, six. Whenever people are like, I don't like musicals because people don't randomly burst out into song in real life, like, dude, you have not been over to my house. My husband in particular makes up songs about the cats all the time. Um, 6, 6. And actually, my family in general does that. My cousin Amber does that. My Auntie Christina does it, and she's not even technically part of the family. She married into the family. So it's not like Cats the House musical. Star your husband singing. Yeah. He also replaces popular songs with cat themed lyrics all the time. Like, you know that song Black Betty? He goes, whoa, black kitty, bam balam, whoa, black kitty, bam balam, black kitty's in the way, bam balam, that's where she's gonna stay, bam balam, because Morgana is always in the frickin' way. Oh my god. She like weaves in between your feet as you're walking, and it's a constant like skills competition to not trip and fall on your face. 4, 5, 6. Sounds Yes, he comes up with cat themed songs. I got too much yarn on the table. Not too much yarn, too much yarn on the table. Oh, I messed up my camera though, didn't I? Oh. Too much yarn is not a thing. Not being able to crochet fast enough, that might be a thing to keep up with your yarn. Pizza drum to make yarn go faster. I know, right? Go faster. I wanted to sell these for like $15, which means I need to get this under 4 hours for sure, because minimum 4 hours is going to be $16 plus the cost of yarn. So for these to be $15, I'm going to have to make it be like 3.5 hours. I don't think I can do it in 3.5 hours though. I mean, maybe. I guess it might be possible. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how fast the second one round goes, because you know you always do get a little faster after you make a couple and you get the pattern down. But yeah, 440 is definitely too long to sell it for 15 bucks. I thought about this guy Tristan is now auto hosting me. Thank you, Tristan. Um I actually thought about what if I just make it like an even 5 bucks an hour. I know it's not even, but I mean like a straight 5 bucks an hour, and then figure I'm not using $1 worth of yarn an hour, you know, just so that I didn't have to like weigh it and try to figure out how much yarn I used for the pattern and all that. Uh, and that's fine for stuff like this that I don't have other stuff, but then I got to take into account when I do make stuff like the dolls. Now I've got the Black Kitty song in my head. Whoa, Black Kitty, bam, balam. I know, right? Morgana's in the way, bam, balam. That's where she's gonna stay, bam, balam. Uh, where was I going with that? Oh, stuff that has lots of accessories like buttons and keychains and paint and you know uh hair and when I have to buy accessories. So I might have to modify it a little bit, but I am thinking about what if I just make it a flat 5 bucks an hour, and then that'll be included with the cost of yarn, and then I won't have to like do math to, because I was sitting here with a calculator and like a scale and trying to figure out how much yarn cost per yard and how much does it weigh and then how much does a project weigh, and then like can I figure out the cost, the length of yarn that I'm using oh my god, it was, I was like, man, this is way too complicated. So I'm thinking of going to a flat you know just 5 bucks an hour. You're hosting me again. Didn't you already host me? But thank you for the host. Okay, there's two. I'll do a couple going the other alternate way. Well, I'm not going to get a good time if I keep messing up. Holy crap. But to the solar raid with another streamer, but need to bring the love back. Aw, thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Here. The other thing I want to try is those hats with like the crocheted beards on them, you know? And I've seen them for babies and stuff, but not for babies, but for grown-ups. I think it'd be funny, especially for Twitch, because there's all the streamers that have beards. I think it'd be fun to have to be all like, yes, now you too can have a beard like Lethal Frag or Elohim or, you know, Richard Hammer or gosh, there's so many streamers with beards. So maybe after I make a few bags, I'll see if I can try to figure out the beard thing. Beetle made a beard? Oh, she did. She did, didn't she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that you mention that, I do remember seeing a picture of her wearing one. I don't think I'd want one to wear. I might wear one just for like a picture or something, but I think it'd be fun to try to 2, 3, 4, 5 get some of the other bearded streamers to be all like, hey, you can have a snazzy beard just like me. Just head on over to Yarn Before Farm. I did get a shout out from Elohim, by the way, for the unicorn hats. He's going to take pictures next week. He's got to leave for a wedding today, unfortunately. Well, I mean, well, not unfortunately that there's a wedding. Unfortunately, he's got to, you know, go to the wedding and do stuff. Roll Check is now auto-hosting me. That's a new one. I haven't seen that name before. You would buy a beard hat? And I've seen like other hats where there's a hat where, you know, there's an extra part to cover your face too. Um, and that might actually be handy just for Michigan in general. Because, you know, I live in a cold state. Although this past winter was not very was not that bad actually compared to previous winters. We did have 1 or 2 bad snowstorms, but like that was it. It wasn't like the whole entire winter was snowy. It was just like 1 month was snowy out of the whole entire winter, which is really weird. Um, like I've had a couple mild winters, but nothing like that. That was unusually mild. I've also seen the really complicated beard hats that look like the dwarf beards from like Lord of the Rings that are all braided and stuff. Like, ooh, that would be a lot of yarn and time involved in that. But it would look pretty frickin' sweet. So that's one of those, is the time offset going to be worth the cost of making it? I've been scrolling down the things on the internet looking for cool project ideas. You know, different stuff. I've seen some lady who, and actually I got a book of this lady who makes celebrity dolls, but she uh, does them really, I guess, detailed. And the dolls I make haven't been that detailed. Uh, but instead of doing like celebrities, it'd be cool to do, you know, video game characters or like anime characters, cartoon characters in general. Um, Especially after I made that cactus for Assault Android Cactus. Uh, oh, speaking of which, I don't know if I mentioned it yet. Um, I made that cactus, Assault Android Cactus, which should be on the past project somewhere for Toucan Sam. He made it into GDQ, so he's going to be in GDQ, and he told me he's going to take his cactus doll that I made with him. So I'm going to be on GDQ. How awesome is that? I'm also going to submit about donating my Mario blanket, which I'm almost positive will show up in my past projects pictures. Um, like that Mario blanket I've had for a couple years now. Still haven't sold it. So I might as well donate it to GDQ. It'll be, um, you know, at least it'll be going to a good home. Plus, with any luck, maybe I'll get a couple follows out of it. I know when they post prize stuff, they do put, you know, who donated it. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. And oh, here, I'll go over here. One of the coolest things about if we do move in with my mother-in-law or she moves in with us, I'm not sure how that's who's moving in with who. Anyway, if we move in together, um, we get to split bills and all that. Uh, she's a cleaner, so she's going to be cleaning things. 4, 5, which will be fabulous if we get the same house. If we get a duplex kind of situation, then, you know, that's not going to be part of it, which that would be a bummer. But then we do still get to kind of split bills, so that'll be nice. 2, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. She's got an appointment at 1, I think she said. So after her appointment, so I'll probably get off at 2 just so that unless she gets here sooner, then I'll get off sooner. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think she says she got an appointment at 1. So if that takes about an hour, she's gonna pop over and then I'm gonna see if she wants to go bounce around and look at houses. I'm afraid she's gonna want to like talk about others. Like I don't want to talk. I just want to like go do stuff. Okay, I don't want to think right now about my problems. I want maximum amount of distraction, which is one of the reasons I like streaming. Because crocheting in and of itself at this point isn't enough for maximum distraction anymore. It's gotten to the point where I can crochet and think about other stuff at the same time. So that's why I like crochet and stream or crochet and watch someone else on Twitch. Or, you know, I can't really do talk on the phone for some reason. I can talk to you guys probably because I'm reading, not listening. I don't know. But I have a hard time talking on the phone and crocheting for some reason. If I could figure out a way to crochet and read, oh my god, it would be on, let me tell you. Like read a book, you know. Stuck on my finger. Oh, and thank you to my lurkers, by the way. I know you guys are out there lurking, hanging out, relaxing, watching some crochet. Uh, Lurkers are the vast majority of viewers in any uh, Twitch stream, so I just want you guys to know I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending your time here. I know your time is valuable, and you definitely have options. Twitch right now is kind of flooded with streamers, which is cool, and that there's always somebody on, and a bummer in that like there's so many people that sometimes it's hard to like pick one person. Sometimes there'll be like 4 or 5 people that I like on all at the same time, and it's like, no, who do I watch? I can only watch one of you guys. Um, I do need more daytime streamers to watch, especially if I'm going to be on days now, because most of my streamers that I watch regularly are afternoon or nighttime streamers because that's, you know, when I used to be awake. But if I'm going to be on day shift now, I'm going to need to find me some day shift streamers. So if anybody has any good tips, or not tips, good recommendations, that's the word I'm looking for. Good recommendations on some day shift streamers. Day shift for Eastern time, by the way. Um, then, you know, let me know. I'll give them a follow. Check them out. I do like the mellow streamers. Like I like Lethal Frag a lot. Um, I like a lot of the creative people because they're usually pretty mellow. But I do like some of the loud and boisterous people sometimes too, because like I like Tim the Tatman. And what's funny is I don't even know why, because I don't really care for Overwatch. Oh my God, Peppercorn. We're gonna need to take a Peppercorn break. He's standing up and meowing and pawing at me. Hold on, Peppercorn. Peppercorn. Okay, it's Peppercorn break time. Because he's a spoiled, rotten baby. And I'm not allowed to do anything for more than an hour or two before giving him attention. Kids, him spoiled, rotten baby. Yes, him is. Peppercorn. This is why it takes me forever to get projects done. You're padding my stats here, buddy boy. Nope, nope, nope. Here, don't run away. Come here. Lay down. We got kitty Cam here. Can you guys hear him purring on stream? Oh my gosh, he's purring real loud. I'm gonna have to get like a lap pillow or something so that he can sit on that. Because I think the reason he doesn't like sitting on my lap here is because he doesn't get to kick out his feet. He doesn't feel stable or secure. Secure is the word I think I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. He's so spoiled. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple all blue ones for the bottom of the bag, I think. Problem is this arm is just floating. I can't like lean it on him. If I come around a little bit, I can lean it on the table at least. You don't like that. He's flipping his tail now at me. Oh my gosh, peppercorn. You have any idea how difficult you're making this on me? Hmm? Do you know? Do you care? That's the correct question. Do you care? Probably not. No, you shouldn't be crocheting anyway. You should be petting me. Aw, he's laying his little head on my arm. Aw, I'm such a bad mommy, you guys. He just wants love and attention and I'm not giving it to him. This is how children get spoiled. Could you imagine me with kids? This is me with a cat. Oh my god, my children would be spoiled rotten. One, nope, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. I just realized that the crochet is almost not even on camera because peppercorn is. Okay, I gotta at least, you know, pretend to be crocheting here. Okay, is that 6 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. Where am I? Okay, can we at least make it to 1 peppercorn? Can I make it to 1? Or are you gonna let me do that? Oh my god, I can't, my heart is breaking, you guys. He's got his little head rested on my arm, and it is the cutest little thing, and he's purring, but he's also flipping his tail over here. So he loves me, but he's cranky about it. Silly kitty. Oh my gosh, peppercorn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD and see if I can hear him purring. 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, come on. 5 and 6. Okay. And then this one I'm actually going to put a thingy in just because I'm not going to be able to tell for sure when I get to the end here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get a lap pillow or something for this cat, because he is not happy right now. Oh my gosh. Kitty, I know this is difficult to understand, but the world does not revolve around you. I don't even revolve around you. And he looks up a little bit like, yes, yes, it does. You were wrong, Mama. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're wrong. The world does revolve around me because I am the cutest thing in this house. You know, Morgana's pretty darn cute. She's does more adorable things than you, and she's not nearly as needy. And then he's just all like, yeah, but you love me more. Like, I know. Gosh dang, I know. I can't help it. Which is probably why he's so needy, because I do give him more attention than everybody else. So now he thinks he deserves more attention than everybody else. Oh my god, him resting his head on my arm is just killing me, man. It's just killing me. I gotta set my other arm down. Getting tired hanging in the air there. Well, maybe after this one I'll sign off so I can give Peppercorn some attention because clearly I am neglecting him. Yeah, see? He's like, yeah, you are neglecting me. Yes, you are neglecting me. I'm such a sucker. Okay. I'm gonna have to sign off, you guys. I have an adorable freaking cat, and I'm a sucker. So, let's see what. It's been an hour and 3. Let me put this back down. You're gonna have to get down, Peppercorn. Okay, gotta stop my timer. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back. Uh, I don't know about tomorrow, because tomorrow we have to go over and clean out my mother-in-law's house. So probably back tomorrow. But I'll definitely be back. I'll keep you guys posted for sure about the job and see what's going on with that. Oh, but have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.